The light within responds to the words you're reading, and in turn, wanting more clarification, leading to a deeper connection.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunnahfollowers presents a new class taught by Dr. Ali Shahada, Divine Doses, Reflections of the Quran, taught every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, streaming on most streaming platforms, right here on Sunnahfollowers.
The Muqasid Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page. Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end?
Assalamu alaikum. Sunnahfollowers presents a new class, the Muqasid of Tafsir, being taught and brought to you by Ustada Layla Nashiba. Please stay tuned, streaming on all major platforms, right here on channel Sunnahfollowers. Assalamu alaikum. Get to know your Lord. First part of the Right Belief series by Sheikh Karim Abu Zaid. This dynamic literary work of art's main goal is to revive an understanding the names and attributes of Allah. And understanding the name and attributes of Allah will elevate our faith, strengthen us, and keep us steadfast. This wonderful book is now available in an audiobook format and can be found free of charge on YouTube, channel Karim Abu Zaid. Get to know your Lord. You have nothing to lose.
You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, is a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
Inna alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I want to welcome everybody to our Aqidah class, and we are studying from the books written by Sheikh Karim Abu Zaid, and this is the last of the trilogy, which is Diluting Wala Wal Bara Volume 2. And for those of you who do not yet have this book, and the whole series for that matter, because when we are done with this, which is the last of the book, we'll be starting over again with the first one, which is Get to Know Your Lord, because a lot of you were not here when I began this trilogy. A lot of you were not here when I started off 3 years ago with because it takes a year to go through each book because these books are so intense. It takes a whole year to go through each one of the trilogy. And many of you were not here when I first began this journey 3 years ago with the first book, Get to Know Your Lord. So make sure that you don't just buy this book, but get all three of them. And they all cost the same money, $19.99. And also make sure you get the new book, the new advertisement that I just put out today on the Muqasid Tafsir. The Muqasid Tafsir, which is his another excuse me, my allergies. Ooh. It's another series dealing with the understanding the Quran that Sheikh Kareem Abuze has put out. I'll begin teaching that in a couple of weeks. So you not only want to get this book, but you want to get the whole series of the Right Belief series. Get the whole series, which I think is like $60 or something. I can't remember. If you buy all three. And then you want to also get book 1 of the Muqasid Tafsir, the Muqasidic Tafsir, because I'll be teaching that in a couple of weeks. Yes. Yeah, the sister here is, wait, yes. Oh, really? She said she has the book and she doesn't understand it. That's why you need a teacher. MashaAllah. I'm so happy that you shared that. Because a lot of Muslims don't understand. There is a big misconception that we have. We think that since we're Muslim, all we have to do is buy a book that has Islam in it, get married, and then half the knowledge of Islam falls into your heart. I think that is the most ridiculous interpretation of a misinterpretation of a hadith I've ever heard. They think that if you get married, 50% of the knowledge of Islam is going to fall into your brain and your heart. Oh no. Wow, how contorted we become as a nation. No, you can't teach yourself the religion like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And he didn't teach himself. He learned the religion from the angel Jibril alayhi salam. And that's the same with you and I. We have to learn from the people of knowledge. I don't teach myself. I didn't teach myself. I've had teachers, scholars to teach me. You have to have people of knowledge to teach you. You cannot just buy a book, read it. Because if you buy any of these books, just like this book too, Diluting, Wala Wal Bara, you guys know it's very hard to understand it. You know, not because you can't read. All of us know how to read. Okay, but you know, if you don't understand the basics of your religion, you're not going to know what he's talking about. You're not going to know what he's talking about. It's just common sense. So the same with that, the Muqasid, the Muqasidic Tafsir is the same way. That whole series, you have to understand that you have to know the hadiths, to be honest. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam already told us you'll never understand the Quran until you learn the hadiths, because the hadiths are the explanation, the meaning of the Quran. So unless you know those hadiths, you're not going to understand nothing. I mean, he's breaking it down. He'll take surahs of the Quran, certain specific surahs, like Dr. Asim does, and he'll try to break down the meaning of them to you, the same way that Dr. Jamali did with his Surah Nisa. But just like when you guys are here for Surah Nisa for Dr. Jamali's class, he had to explain it in detail to get you to understand. That's the same way with anything in this religion. So yeah, that's why it's confusing. So don't feel bad. That's why you have me here, inshallah, and I'll teach you. I'll walk you through that book just like I did with these. Now you guys understand the fitra. Now you guys understand, you know, what word should I use, revert or convert. Now you all know the correct word is convert, not revert, because you understand what the fitra is and what it represents and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, the book is beautiful, isn't it though? Yes, yeah. So yeah, yes, go ahead. She said he also has 2 other books. Yes, that's part of that series. Yes. If you want to buy them, get them too, because I'm going to, inshallah, go over, teach those books as well. Yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't be a waste of your money. Plus the knowledge is so great. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting to teach this series of his on the Muqasid tafsir for a long time. Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's just like what Dr. Jamali is doing, except now you have a book. You know, now you have a book that you can hold, and we can teach you from a book where you can go back and review. Yeah, that's the new addition I've done to this website, because we've been around since 1986. You know, I never used books with you guys before. I used my PowerPoint. Okay. But now, because I didn't know any books that were written in English well enough to use, because the books in English are not that many that really break down the meaning of this religion, especially Wala Wal Bara and what La ilaha illallah means and all of that. But when I saw Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd's series, I said, Alhamdulillah, finally somebody put into English the total meaning of La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. I can teach that. And the same with his Muqasid Tafsir. I can do that. I can use that book as a series. Yeah, so get all three of them if you want. Yes, but I'm going to do the start, of course, begin with the first one. And that'll be inshallah in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's going to replace my series on enjoining good and forbidding. Whenever I'm done with the enjoining good, forbidding evil series, inshallah, that will replace it. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, and so today, what I've done in this book, because as you can see in this chapter of diluting Wala Wal Bara, Sheikh Kareem focuses on how to establish an Islamic school. If you're living in a non-Islamic society, how to go about developing and establishing an Islamic school for your community of Muslims. And then he goes also how to establish an online institution as well. So what I've done in this chapter, I skipped around some of the things that don't apply to us, because I'm not here to try to do that, to teach you guys how to establish a school. But it's good for you to know that if you are part of an Islamic community and your community doesn't have an Islamic school, how to go about setting it up. But what I'm going to do is go over, I like how he went over the type of curricula, the type of classes, the type of subject matter that should be taught and should be discussed. And that's what I'm going to go over today with you guys. You know, a lot of you guys will ask me, since we're living in the digital era, you know, everything is on the internet. Everybody has a website. Everybody calls themselves teaching Islam. Well, how do you know if one is good? You know, if there are certain things you need to look at, certain subject matter that so-called online school should have. My website is an online Islamic university. So we have all this stuff. Okay, but a lot of other people claim to be an online learning. Come join my website, sign up. They always charge money, y'all know. Pay me $100 a month. They beg you, pay me $100 a week. $100 a week, and I'll teach you the Quran. That's all about the Quran. It's all about how to sing the Quran, okay, without understanding what you singing, okay? So, or they'll say, just join. I have my own website to help you sisters become nice Muslimas. You know, sign up $100 a week, $200 a week, and I'll help you to be able to understand the human psyche. You'll walk away knowing, you know, how the world views us as women. Is that what we're supposed to be teaching? So that's what I'm going to focus on today. So let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. Yeah, one of the sisters, let me tell y'all something too. This is so real. One of the sisters here off of YouTube sent me a link. She said, Layla, I want you to check this out. Look at this link. A Muslim woman, these 3 Muslim women call themselves teaching Islam, doing, you know, trying to be like Layla. Oh my God, it's hilarious. And they're charging like, what was it, sister? $250 every 2 weeks. I guess that's paying their bills, and I don't know. But they got a lot of women that signed up for them and their classes and stuff. And these are new women, new shahadas who really think that they're getting ready to learn the religion. You know, $250 every 2 weeks. And you look at what these women are teaching, it's hilarious. How to wrap a hijab. Hijab tutorials. That's one of their what they're teaching. These women are paying $250 every 2 weeks to learn different techniques and ways of how to wrap a hijab. You know, okay. How to handle rejection. Oh yeah, that's one of their classes. How to handle rejection from a loved one. That's a class. How to handle rejection from a loved one, be it a spouse, be it your parents, be it your children. And what's another one that their classes, sister? Just one more. Yes. How to dress. How to dress. How to dress for a job interview. How to, what is she? Yeah, how to land a job dressed as a Muslim woman. That is actually a class that they're teaching. How to land a job applying as dressed as a Muslim woman. And these sisters are paying them $250 every 2 weeks. What's that? $500 a month? If they had 20 people, and they got more than 20 people, but if they just had 20 people signing up to take those broke down classes, them sisters got it made. And they got a lot of women who are a part of their so-called Islamic school. My classes are free. I don't even have all I got is 25 followers. Sign of the time. So yeah, exactly. So we need to learn, learning about Islam, knowing how to wrap a hijab. Is that a part of an Islamic curriculum? Okay. Learning how to land a job dressed as a Muslim woman. Okay. How to handle rejection from a loved one. Can y'all believe that? How to handle rejection from a loved one. And people paying these sisters money, paying them. All right, so let's talk about that. Let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen for today. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Thank you for sharing that website with me too, so I can let my sisters here to beware of it. The scams, a lot of scams on the internet. Beware of the internet scams. Okay, so let me put this up. The screen's gonna go black for you guys, but that's okay. Give me a second. Do the PowerPoint. Oh gosh. And then hold on. This is YouTube, and this is my website. This is the Zoom room. And by the way, guys, just to let y'all know, we are $241 overdrawn. Please donate to support this dawah effort. All our classes are free, but this is the first. I told y'all the bills start coming out on the 1st. I just checked our account. We are $241 in the hole. Please donate. Somebody get us out the hole, because all it's going to do is keep adding up. They charge you what, $30 every day? And we get this, and hey, that must be the y'all know what that bill was. That's the streaming bill. This streaming program I use is $300 a month. So that must have been them that bounced. That check bounced, evidently. So please, guys, donate. Get us out of the hole. $241. I can't pay for that. I can't bring us out of that because I got my personal bills to pay. I got to pay rent and stuff, y'all. Y'all know I ain't got no husband. So please, guys, somebody get us out the hole. $241. Subhanallah. That had to be the streaming bill. Okay, everybody look at the screen, inshallah. You can see the PowerPoint. Okay, hold on. Let me move this over so I can see it. Let me go here. Okay, so today we're going to cover pages 331. I think I stopped at 334, but I began at 331. I did a little skipping around. Okay, we're going to speak about how to balance the ethics of Wala Wal Bara in digital educational learning. You know, you looking to stay at home and learn your religion. All these websites on the internet claiming to be teaching Islam, like the one I just shared with you guys. These sisters teaching Islam, what their courses consist of: how to learn how to wrap a hijab tutorial, okay? How to handle rejection from a loved one, how to dress and land a job. What does that have to do with Wala Wal Bara? What does that have to do with bringing you closer to Allah? What does that have to do with helping your fitra to grow? But a lot of these people, and they charge money. The sad thing is, all these people charge money. They're not free. My website is free, but they're not. So let's take a look at this. And the first thing that Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd says here, which is what I was just saying, as educators embark upon this journey of integrating, using the internet to teach Islam, we have to remember that when it comes to teaching Islam, everything begins with and ends with La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's Aqidah. It has to be classes relating to Aqidah, your worship of Allah and your allegiance. And there are certain guidelines that a real Islamic, bona fide Islamic school would has to have, okay? And it falls upon you as the seeker of knowledge, to verify what it is that you think you're getting ready to learn. Make sure that the content is authentic. Make sure that whatever their classes are classes to bring you close to Allah. Okay? Remember, Allah tells us in the Quran, in the interpretation of the meaning, "O you who believe, if there comes to you a disobedient person with information, investigate, or you may end up harming someone out of ignorance, and then you'll feel bad about it." There's a lot of scammers out there. They want to take your money. You know, $500 a month, that's a lot of money, okay? And if you got just 20 people, you do the math. These sisters got hundreds of women. They making a fortune off of the ignorance of other people, thinking that got these new shahadas, thinking that they're teaching them what they need to know in order to be a Muslim and to make it through the trials of life. So you want to make sure that whatever the classes are, number one, the content aligns with Islamic teachings and principles. Not worldly teachings, worldly principles, the psychology of the human nature. That stuff ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's man's opinion, because Allah already told us the nature of the human being. Allah has already told us that we are criminal and attracted to what's bad and dirty by nature. That's our nature. Allah has already told us that, the fitra within us is constantly trying to find its way back home. So what do you need some man's view or some woman's view of what your purpose is? So you want to make sure that the content of these so-called Islamic classes align with what it should align with, which is Wala Wal Bara, La ilaha illallah. Aqidah, Aqidah, Aqidah. And then look at what materials they're using. The books and the programs and the philosophy that they're using, it must be in accordance with the understanding of the companions, guys, because there's a lot of innovations out there. So you want to make sure that, first of all, the content is content that'll bring me closer to my Lord. And secondly, whatever material they're using is based on the understanding of the Prophet and those companions. Okay? And this is something that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to reiterate over and over again to the companions. If people claim to be using hadiths, you got to make sure that the hadiths they use are authentic. That's why I tell you, you don't know if they are because you're new. But any educated teacher would do like me, even though I memorized the entire sitta. When I teach, all of my stuff is based on Bukhari and Muslim. I try to use Bukhari and Muslim with you guys because that way you can see there is no question about any of those hadiths. So if you're learning from people and they're using hadiths from those other books, 60% of the hadiths in Dawood are not authentic. 65% of Tirmidhi is not authentic. 60% of Ibn Majah is not authentic. So how do you know? Why are they using that? 85% of the knowledge of Islam can be found in Sahih Bukhari alone. Why are they not using Bukhari hadiths? Why are they not using Sahih Muslim, knowing that you guys are new converts to the religion and don't know any better? We have to remember, guys, that's important because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, do not tell a lie against me, because whoever tells a lie against me intentionally will enter the hellfire. So why would you do that? Put yourself in a position where you enter into the hellfire. Stick with what you know to be authentic. Bukhari and Muslim. If they're not using Bukhari and Muslim hadiths, I'm telling you, sisters, don't listen to them. Okay? So the content must be authentic. The content must be content that's going to bring you close to Allah. Keep your fitra awakened. And also, you need privacy. Privacy, especially for us Muslim women. You don't want to join some webinar or some online so-called classes where women and men are together and private messaging, private chatting, and all that garbage. Because all that has become now is a pickup joint. Okay? And also the people teaching you, they should safeguard and protect you as well from that. Why do y'all think I run my Zoom room and I run this website like this? No, you ain't gonna come up in here trying to pick up none of my young girls. You ain't gonna come up in here floor showing any of these older sisters. You're gonna get banned out. And we don't allow for spies either. Allah says in the Quran, in the interpretation of meaning, don't spy on each other. A lot of people join, like they try to come in my website, like that one brother that I keep banning. He wants to know why I banned him. You ain't here to learn. You're here to spy and act a fool and slander. I don't have time for you. So you want to protect the students or whoever your students are, to make sure that they can come and learn from you in an Islamic environment, an Islamic environment that's safe, where they don't have to worry about some man trying to pick them up. Okay? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam respected the privacy of the people, and he used to instruct the companions to do the same. He had to teach the Arabs that you don't just walk in people's houses. Always ask permission. You don't peek into people's windows to see why they ain't answering the door. So in a digital setting, the privacy and safety must be of great concern. Okay? And again, if the person calls themselves teaching Islam, everything we do, if we want our good deeds to be accepted, number one, whatever it is we're doing, we have to do it for the sake of pleasing Allah and Allah alone, not Allah and anyone else. And number two, whatever we do, if you want the good deed to be accepted, it must be performed the way the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded us to perform it. And when it comes to teaching Islam, there's certain Islamic etiquettes that we have to abide by. You have to know when to hold and know when to fold, especially if you're a Muslim woman like me. Like I told you guys, Allah commands the Muslim woman that whenever she is public, she has to be rough and tough. That's the way I have to be. I have to put up this loud, strong, intimidating exterior when I'm on this internet publicly. Now in my Zoom room, it's different. When the lights and cameras go off, I just got my sisters here with me in this Zoom room. We laugh, we talk. I'm not loud and rough and tough with them because they my sisters. But when I turn this camera on and these, I don't know, 70% of the people listening to me right now and watching me right now are men. I can't be nice in front of no men like that. My inner sweetness is only for my husband. It ain't for no man to see or hear. So you have to know as a daya or a teacher when to hold and when to fold. And if people come trying to argue with you, you have to know how to deal with that too. Remember, Allah says in the Quran, in the interpretation of the meaning, invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good manners, and argue with them in a way that is best. Okay, and people are different. The way that I would check a Muslim is not the way I would check a Christian. If a Christian were to come into my stream or come into my Zoom room, I would handle them in a different way than a bad Muslim. Okay, so we invite in a way that is best. That means you have to know the situation, read the audience, know the who you're talking to and who you're dealing with. Okay? But always lower your wing with the believers. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would tell the companions, don't treat each other the way we have to treat these Quraysh. Be kind, empathetic, and compassionate with your brothers and sisters in Islam. Be harsh with the hypocrites, because we got hypocrites too. Okay? So you have to know how to speak and deal with people in the way that is best, depending on who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a hypocrite, you're dealing with a stone kafir like Christian, or you're just dealing with a person that just doesn't know any better because they're new to Islam and just don't know. That's something that I struggle with some of my other people in my Zoom room. Not everybody is bad. Not every woman is a bad, disgraceful woman. Some women just don't know. Okay? Also, you have to be up to date. You have to be up to date on technology, and also be a person that's constantly updating your knowledge and your understanding of this religion too, guys. That's important because no one knows it all. And life is a constant challenge and a constant learning ground. Even for a person like me, I'm constantly learning. I learned from Sheikh Morsi. I learned from Dr. Asim. I learned from Jamali. Okay? We're always learning. Nobody knows it all. So, and then not only do we have to continuously upgrade our knowledge, but be firm in what you learn. And this is a problem I see with a lot of Muslims today. You know, they come and take classes to learn about the deen, but do they have certainty of faith? No. They can go to the mosque and get into an argument over something as simple as you got fingernail polish on. And that person, a person to come to them and say, oh, astaghfirullah, you can't come to the mosque. You got fingernail polish on. Your prayer is not accepted. Is that true? I taught you the truth. But did you really believe it? If you believed it, then why is it that you let those sisters break you down every time you come to the mosque with fingernail polish on? So certainty of faith is needed. Make sure that the teachers that are teaching you have certainty of faith, that not only is what they're saying accurate, what they're saying the truth, what they're saying authentic, but also do the teachers act upon it? Do they believe it? Will they hold firm to it, to what they're teaching? Remember, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to make dua a lot, sometimes over 100 times a day. And many of the companions would hear him make one specific supplication. He would say, "Oh Allah, O turner of the hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion." In other words, he was asking for certainty of faith. Keep me firm upon your religion, my belief firm, where can't no one pull me away from the truth. No one cause me to question what I know to be true. So you want to make sure that whoever is teaching you, that person not only is teaching you correctly, but also that they themselves are firm in what they say that they believe in. And also, does the person promote critical thinking? In other words, ask you questions like I do, quiz you. You're paying $500 a month to 2 women to teach you how to wrap a hijab, how to handle rejection, and how to land a job. Does that require any critical thinking? Come on, people. Sisters, y'all got to get it together. We have to understand, too, that this life, this world today is filled with a lot of misinformation. Remember, we're living in the days in which Islam has become strange. We're living in the days in which Islam has become distorted. So a good teacher is going to train you to think critically. A good teacher is going to push you the way I try to push you guys to be able to express yourself clearly, because Islam is so distorted, because Islam is so misrepresented. You want to be able to describe and break down the religion so that a 6-year-old can understand it. Okay? How many of these places y'all learn from do that? Remember, guys, Allah tells us in the Quran, in the interpretation of meaning, they do not reflect upon the Quran. I mean, are they people who reflect on the Quran, or are there locks upon their heart? So who are these teachers you have? Are they promoting critical thinking? Are they pushing you to learn the hadiths, understand their meaning, apply them, how to apply them in your life, and all of that? Okay? And remember, guys, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to encourage questioning and seeking knowledge of the religion. You know, one of the things I can't stand is to see a lot of these brothers come on YouTube, do a lecture, and then no questions. Then they just hang up and leave. Come on. That's because they can't answer the questions. Remember, guys, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the cure for ignorance is asking questions. So a lot of people might say, oh, Sister Layla, every time you do a class, you sit there and answer the same questions over and over again. That's my job as a daya. My job as a daya, I'm like a doctor. The doctor's job is to help find a way to address your physical sicknesses. It's my job as a daya to find a way to cure you of ignorance. Does a doctor stop practicing medicine because because he has many patients who have the same sickness? Because I got 3 people coming to see me, and all 3 of them have the flu. Does that mean that I stop practicing medicine? Somebody call Sabrine so she won't keep calling me. Okay. AY, call her and tell her I'm teaching. Okay. And also, so I might have the same questions over and over and over and over again. That's my job to answer it. I don't care if it's a 50 million times. Okay, so again, guys, does the person that you're seeking knowledge from, do they allow for questions and answers? And do they answer your questions in detail? Do they answer your questions in detail with evidence? Okay, and again, the focus should be on Islam. The focus should be Quran, Hadith, Aqidah, not how to do a hijab. I mean, if you want to add a class for new shahadas on how to fix a hijab, that's okay. But that should not overshadow the purpose of the people coming to learn, which is Aqidah. Everybody understand that? Remember, guys, Allah says in the Quran, in the interpretation of the meaning, O Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what has been revealed to you of the book and the prayer, and O Muhammad, recite what has been revealed to you of the book and perform the prayer, because the prayer prevents sins and disbelief. And remember your Lord. So again, guys, whatever classes you're taking that's supposed to be about Islam, they have to focus around Aqidah. Aqidah, your belief system. The Seerah, the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Stories of the companions and things like that. I find it so bad today that most Muslim children don't know anything about the companions. They don't know anything about the Prophet's wives. All they can say is Khadijah used to work. And no, she did not. She did not work in the sense that they think she did. I get tired of hearing about Khadijah was a businesswoman. Do you know what that means? Do you think that Khadijah used to go out of town? That she traveled around the world selling stuff? That's a lie. That's not what she did. That's not what she was. Okay? So again, the focus should be around Aqidah. So thus, guys, we're living in the digital age. We're living in the era of the internet, and there's so many Muslim women and Muslim men claiming to be teaching you Islam, offering you to join their website and learn the religion. And like I said, most of them are charging money. Not that many of them are free. Most of them are charging you, and I ain't talking about cheap money, $200 every 2 weeks. That's a lot of money. That's $500 a month. To teach you what? To teach you how to get closer to your Lord? Or to teach you how to live in this dunya? I don't get it. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments?
Yes, Brother Adam has a question on YouTube. He says, is it sunnah to be wrapped into the amama, the turban, when I die? That's his question.
Is it sunnah to be wrapped in a turban?
Yeah, is it sunnah to be wrapped into the amama, the turban, when I die?
No. I'm trying to see his question too, because your mic can be messed up. Hold on. No, to answer your question, Brother Adam, do you have to be wrapped in a turban when you die? No, you don't have to be. Okay, I'm looking at these other questions too. Hold on. Oh, okay, here's another. Okay, yes, that's tonight. Brother Ibrahim, tonight, inshallah. Yeah, he's asking about the class, the signs of the last hour. That's tonight. Yes, that class will be tonight. Inshallah. The other, okay, and this sister here, did I put a picture up of it yet? Let me, she wants to see the book that I put out. Okay, I don't have a picture. Did I make one? Hold on. I don't think I put a picture yet because I was up last night making that stuff. Let me just show the commercial again and just look at the book because I don't have it. That's what I'm getting ready to show you now, sister. Hold on. Look at the commercial. Sister Aski, I'm getting ready to put it up now. Let me just play the commercial again. That way y'all can see it.
The Mukasa Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end, pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page? Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Assalamu alaikum. Sunnahfollowers presents a new class, the Mukasa of Tafsir, being taught and brought to you by Ustada Layla Nashiba. Please stay tuned, streaming on all major platforms, right here on channel Sunnahfollowers.
Okay, y'all see that? You know what I'm getting ready to do? That would be the picture. Okay, that's the book. Okay, hold on. I'm coming back in. What I'll do, because I didn't make the picture for it because I went to sleep. But what I'll do, since I got the video, I'm getting ready to make that. That'll be the picture. Hold on. That last part, I'll just cut that off the video, and that'll be the picture. It's the volume 1. So yeah, like they said, it's the green one. Yeah, the green one. So I'm going to put that up on Facebook, and I'm going to also put it on the community tab. I'll just I ain't got to worry about making a picture. I can just take it off that video. That'll be the picture for that to advertise that. It's on Amazon. How much is the book? Anybody tell me how much is the book?
$19.99.
Oh, it's the same price, $19.99. Seems like he took that up to well, it's $19.99. The sister here says she got it for $16, but it's $19 now. Everything is $19.99. Let me tell y'all about this. $19.99, $20 is not enough. These books are worth hundreds of dollars. And I want y'all to think about this. Don't be a cheapskate. Do it for the cheering. Because Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid is not making no money off of these books for himself. He got his own money. He's not no poor man. Okay, he's not Bedouin. All right. For the money that he's making off these books helps to keep the tuition down at SafaUSA.org. Remember, he's the one who founded SafaUSA.org, the online Islamic school from kindergarten through 12th grade that every Muslim in America should have their children in. Because the Muslim schools have become corrupt. Y'all know that. We got molestation going on in the Muslim schools. We got racism going on in the Muslim schools. That's been happening. So the safest place is at home. Like Allah says, your home is better for you. So when you buy his books, his tuition is only what, $300? That's cheap. I was paying $600 a month for my grandkids to go to an Islamic school, and they didn't learn nothing. Seriously, they didn't learn a thing except Al-Fatiha, and that's it. So, subhanAllah, $300 a month is very, very cheap. Okay, and so if you guys buy the books, he can make that tuition stay low. Because he can pay his teachers off of it. That's what he's using the money from the books for, to pay the teachers. Okay? So please, guys, buy the books. $20, that's nothing. These books are worth more than that. Yeah. So get this one and get the Muqassidic Tafsir, Volume 1, the first one. And what I'll do, I'm glad I saw that video again. I'll just make that last scene, I'll just make a thing out of. Yeah. Any other Yeah, you can tell too. Okay, one of my friends is asking me, have I been taking my iron pills? Because I look pale. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had an iron pill in 2 months. I'm glad you reminded me. I was supposed to buy some iron pills and ain't bought none. I haven't had no iron. You can tell I'm anemic again. Yeah, she said I look anemic. God, I forgot. You know what? Let me write that down. Let me go today and get me some iron pills. I haven't had iron since the last time, what, 2 months ago? Let me write that down. Order some iron pills. That could be why I'm so tired too. Yeah, that could be why I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping a lot too. Thanks for sharing that with me. Yeah, that's one of my friends. She knows me. So you can always tell when Layla's iron is deficient because she looks like Casper. Yeah, you used to call me Casper, the friendly ghost. Yeah, she's one of the ones who used to call me Casper, the friendly ghost, when I was growing up. Okay, but thanks though. I haven't. I probably am iron deficient. Girl, yeah, I'll order some right now. Okay, guys, I'm going to log off. And I'll be back at 9 with the signs of the last hour. And I'll also make a picture to post up of the new book to order, So I'll see you guys back here at 9. I'm getting ready to order these iron pills now because she's right. I haven't had iron in a long time. All right. Supana kala huma wa bihamdika. Ashadu an la ilaha